How much do you know about your own risk of dying from a heart attack? Guess what it is, you have a second, okay? What time it will be between 8 o'clock and 9 a.m. on a Monday? What else is scheduled for Monday at 8 p.m.? Coincidentally, that is the same day and time when individuals get ready to go to work. No, I'm not convinced. Look at this graph to see what I mean. It's the average lifetime of a human being. If we're lucky, we'll make it to the age of 80. Work begins at the age of 18, and most people don't stop until they are 67 years old. What does this mean for you? That the majority of your time will be devoted to work, whether you like it or not. Don't waste that time being depressed. When I'm done with school, like my buddy Henry always said, I'll be happy. Henry finished school, but he wasn't satisfied with the outcome. As a result, Henry declared that he would be content if he had gainful employment. Henry obtained a job, but it didn't make him happy. So he stated he'd be content when he got married, settled down, and had kids. However, he married, had 2 children, and settled down. Henry was unhappy, so he replied, "Okay, when the kids leave home and I retire, I'll be happy," to which I agreed. Even after his children had grown up and left the house, he was still dissatisfied with his lot in life. Frank asked Henry why he was coming to church so frequently. And he said, "Because I'll be pleased when I die." Even while Henry's tale is tragic, it is not the only one. I could have substituted Frank or Ed for Henry. For most people, Henry is a catchphrase that represents them all. Because Henry is so common, it is not our fault. As a result of this deception, we've been forced to remain in positions of employment that are physically harmful to our health. Most of us have encountered those individuals who say things like, "And then I'll be happy." We must stop thinking and acting like John, ladies and gentlemen. To the point where it is now. Now is the time to be joyful. How we must either find a job that we love, or bring more love into our current positions. The rat race must be abandoned. As amusing as it is to win and gain a fortune, while holding aloft the trophy with everyone cheering you on. Okies have long, pointed noses and long tails, aren't they? Wake up and quit toying with your own life. I don't think this is a video game at all. The Bach S's games aren't even close. This isn't a 2 weeks period. You can't go back and try. There is no way to go back and restart this level once the game has ended. However, the human console does include one cheat code that allows the player to regain control and cease believing the lie. Being overworked and stressed out has always been seen as a status symbol by society, which encourages people to do so. Oh, and don't forget the most common myth about work-life balance. You may not notice how absurd that seems at first glance. But take a moment to consider work-life balance. Contrary to popular belief, this should be the case. If your life is better, then your work will be better as well. You should not, however, rely on what I have to say as gospel. Shawn Achor, a Harvard researcher, just made an incredible discovery, which he terms the happy advantage. Using his research, he found that 75% of the success of an employee can be anticipated by not. Are you content with the way you're progressing? His work is critical. When you're pleased, he claims, your IQ improves. Creativity rises. Boosts your work output. Another thing that makes me laugh is the fact that he rises. And on top of that, you'll have extra money in your pocket. You have a longer lifespan, as strange as it sounds to you. If this period here is filled with more happiness and cheer, you could extend this graph a few years longer than the average lifespan of pessimists. Make no mistake about it, this message is serious. For your own sake, I don't care if you're still here after I'm done with you. It's never too late to give up your life of crime in exchange for a stable income and stop toiling throughout the work week. I believe many individuals have poor vital signs because they are engaged in work that is not important to them. It is strange that they name it that since you are actually in a week where you are always waiting for the week and seeing. The well-being of my buddies can be altered at will. It's not simple, but anyone who claims otherwise is lying. The first step is to go inside and recall the Buddha's phrase. which I believe today for most people still applies 2,000 years after he said it. The problem is that you believe you have plenty of time. Don't forget to subscribe and click the like button.